Welcome to my channel, Crafty Fox DIYs. This video is part of the 12 Days of Christmas collaboration that is hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and Krista from Krista's Crafty Life. Each day of the collaboration will feature a new theme. Today's theme is ornaments. I will include links in the description box below for the host channels as well as a playlist so that you can find all kinds of inspiration for Christmas DIY. Okay, let's get into it. For this first project, I am making a pine cone star. Now this is a wood star and I'm just tracing it onto a piece of cardboard. You could use the wood star if you want to, but because it's going to be covered, I just decided to use some cardboard. Then I just cut the star out. And once I get the star out, then I'm going to remove each of these scales from the pine cone. You want to make sure that if you get pine cones, like you're just out foraging and you pick up pine cones, that you clean them properly. I made sure to put mine in the oven at a low temperature for an hour or so to make sure that all of the bugs or anything were dead. Then once I get all of the scales pulled off, they should come off fairly easily. I just used my hands. I didn't need any tools. Then you just glue the pine cone scales onto the piece of cardboard. I start with the points first at the very tip and then work down each side, and then I do the same for the next one. I start at the tip and then work down each side until it meets like where I finished the first one. And I do this all the way around for my star, starting at the tip for each one and working down the sides. Then once I got the first layer on, then I just went in between each of the scales and filled in. And then once I got that done, I discovered that it was just easier to put the hot glue on first and then just press the scales in. And I just kept working around until I had it looking how I wanted. Now you can stop here, but I'm going to show you what I did with another one. I made two of these. One I left plain, and then the other though, I put some Mod Podge on and sprinkled on some fake snow. Here I'm just using some jute twine to make a hanger on the back. Okay, now I'm just going to take a brush and just lightly brush on some Mod Podge onto the scales. I'm mainly focusing on the tips of each of the scales. And then I'm going to sprinkle on this fake snow. I got this from Dollar Tree. Then I shake off all of the excess. And there we go. And so now you see one without and one with. Okay, now for this next one, I am using this. It's from the Day of the Dead. I got this from Dollar Tree. And this was marked down, I believe, for 50 cents. And as soon as I saw the little hats, I thought, snowman hats. So that's what I'm doing here. I just took a sanding block and sanded off all of the glitter. And then I'm just painting the hat black. I'm just using black by Apple Barrel, but you could use whatever kind of paint you want. And then for the next one, I am using the color Nutmeg. And I wish I had put like a primer coat on first, either in white or gray, because I had to put on 3 or 4 coats of the nutmeg to get it to cover up the black of the hat. So if I had used a primer coat, it wouldn't have taken as many layers of the brown. And then I'm just taking this red ribbon and I'm going to glue that around the black hat, and you can embellish these however you want, but this time I'm going to do the black one. I'm taking some white paint and making it look like snow has fallen, onto the little snowman hat. And then I'm also going to add little sprigs of greenery, just cut down a stem. You could use whatever kind you have. And this one was like an evergreen thing that just, I think fits good for Christmas time. So I'm just gluing that down in underneath the ribbon. But like I said, you can use whatever you want to use, whatever suits your decor. And then I'm just cutting some red beads off of a beaded necklace. I'm just cutting those off to use those as berries on my little snowman hat. Just gluing those on there. I like to do mine in clusters of 3 usually. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part I do. And then I'm going to just take some white paint and also go on the berries and the greenery just to make it look like there's snow on those as well. And then I'm going to take some baker's twine and glue it onto the back to create a hanger for the ornament. Now for the one that I painted with the nutmeg, I'm going to make it look like it's gingerbread. So I'm taking a white paint marker and I'm just going to draw on some just little designs, kind of like icing onto the hat. So just however you want to do it, just use your imagination, be creative. You could also add, other things to these if you wanted to add like some of the berries, like or candy, however you want to decorate your hats. I just chose to make mine simple, just a little gingerbread hat with some white icing on it. And then I'm also using the baker's twine to create a hanger on the back of the gingerbread snowman hat as well. I like gingerbread for Christmas. Okay, and there we go. Two cute little snowman hats. Okay, now for this third one, I am taking some silver ornaments. These are just plain silver ornaments that I got from Dollar Tree. And I am putting some Mod Podge on them. And then I'm going to use a mixture of iridescent glitter and white glitter. And I'm going to sprinkle that onto the ornaments. The pack that I got, half of the ornaments were covered in glitter and the other half were just plain silver. I'm going to be putting these on a tree, and you will see that in a later video because one of the days of the 12 Days of Christmas involves Christmas trees. And so you will see the tree that I used to decorate these with. And then you can do these however you want. You can put the Mod Podge on up as high as you want or as low as you want. Just make, a stripe around the middle, however you choose to do them. It's entirely up to you. You could also use any kind of glitter that you want. The choice is yours, and you could really make these customizable. You could even go use the Mod Podge to create a letter and then monogram the ornaments. I think that would be a great idea also. Now, I also have this tree topper. I got this from Goodwill, but it originally came from Walmart, and it's blue. And I'm going to do both sides. As you can see, that's one side and that's the other side. And I just used that same mixture of glitter on there. Okay, now this one I lost the footage of, but it's an ornament that I used some costume jewelry. I just took the jewelry apart. It's a good idea when you go to yard sales, flea markets, thrift stores. Check out their costume jewelry. You can usually get them pretty cheap. And then just take them apart and use the jewels or beads however you want. And so I decided to use these to dress up these plain ornaments a little bit. You can use whatever pattern you want, whatever colors you want, just whatever suits, your style. So I'm just going around this ornament, just using some hot glue and securing the beads in this pattern that I had chosen. Then I'm going to, go down with some more. This is a really fun activity. Kids could even get involved in this. They could help you, take apart the necklaces. That's part of the fun. I had to chase them all over the kitchen floor. Okay, and there's that one. Okay, now these ornaments I got in a set. Someone had left them sitting outside, and some of them were faded. So I decided what I was going to do with these. Some that were faded was wrap them in some fabric. I had this red and white fabric that I got from Dollar Tree. So I just wrap it in the fabric, and then the parts that's sticking out, I'm just going to hot glue those down. I secured the fabric at the top using some jute twine, and I made sure the hook was sticking out the top so that I can hang it on the tree. And then I'm just taking one of these little green bows that come in a pack from Dollar Tree. I think you get like 12 bows, and some of them are red, some of them are green. And I just glued that on top of there. And that's it for that. You can also embellish these however you want. Okay, let's take one final look at all of these ornaments.
Underneath the mistletoe, hearts are warm despite the snow. Children's laughter fills the air, Christmas magic everywhere. Bells are ringing through the town, love and joy come swirling round. Let's gather round the Christmas tree, sing our songs so joyfully. In the glow of candlelight, our hearts are warm this winter night.
Okay, that's all for this video. Don't forget to check the description box for the playlist for the host channels, as well as the playlist containing all of the great inspiration from these contributors in the 12 Days of Christmas collaboration. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Families gather side by side. In the warmth, no need to hide. Stockings hung with tender care. Love and peace are in the air. Voices rise in heart.